Hi everybody, here I am back again. It's Rachel Lord with my series on clinical herbalism. And this segment is number 2 in how we do a weight to volume tincture. And if you recall last time in the last video on this, we ground our herb. And what I chose was Poria Fu Ling, which was the Chinese herb that is mainly, if you think of it as a diuretic, something that takes away water from the body, any excess water that does no longer serve us. So we ground this herb up. And what we did, I told you we did a weight to volume tincture. And weight to volume assumes that 1 gram of weight is equivalent to 1 milliliter of volume of liquid. Liquid is the volume, and this is weight. So it's a 1 to 5 solution with 50% alcohol and 50% water. And so what I did was I weighed out 8 ounces of the herb of Poria, and that is the equivalent to 240 grams converted into metric. And then the liquid part was 5 times that, because it's a 1 to 5. So 5 times 240 was 1200. 1200 refers to milliliters. And out of that liquid, half of it is water and half of it is alcohol. So half of 1200 is 600, and the other half is 600 as well. So it's half water, half alcohol, or 50% of each. That's how we got to our 1 to 5, 50% solution. So now if you need to look at that again, you can always stop the video and check it out more carefully. So now I have to measure out this 50% alcohol and this 50% of water. And it's 600 mils of each, milliliters. This is a graduated cylinder that I showed you from my cabinet, and this holds 500 milliliters, and it has little lines on it that I know you can't see. I'll just mark the very top. That's 500 mils. And then I have a smaller one. I'm short 100 because I need 600 total. So this one, I'm going to fill up to the 100 milliliter mark, which is right there. So first I'll do my water. If I have enough here. That's 600. That's my mark. And here's my 100 mark, so I need 100 more of water. And the best way to know if you really have this correct is you have to get right down to the level of the meniscus, which is, because if you look at it from the top or look at from way down too low, it changes the level, the way you see it. So you have to get right at eye level, and that's exactly at the 100 milliliter mark. And this one, when I get it at eye level, actually it's about a milliliter off. And there we have it, 500. Whoops. A little clumsy there. So I'm going to pour in my 500 of water plus 1. So that's 600 of water. And now I have to do the same with my alcohol. And I explained to you that I'm using the methyl alcohol, not isopropyl, because this is the ingestible alcohol, and this is 95 to 100% alcohol. So there's no water in here to worry about, which is what you want. Too much. Can you see that that is too high there? So I have to get rid of a little of this. Don't want to waste it though. This stuff is expensive. Okay, it's 500 milliliters of 95 to 100% alcohol, very little water. And now I got to get up to 100. Right on. Always cover your alcohol because it can evaporate. Adding my alcohol to the poria and the water. 50% solution of alcohol to water. In my half-gallon jar. Get it on pretty tight. Give it a good shake. What this does is it tends to settle, and so you have to shake this up every day because you want to keep the herbal portion well covered with the alcohol and water. So now the last thing I have to do is make my label. I just have some masking tape here that I use. These are temporary labels. And today is Cinco de Mayo, actually. It's May 5th. 5/5/21. Poria. 1 to 5. 50%. You always put the date, the name of your herb, and the proportion and the percentage of alcohol to water. And here is my tincture. It now has to sit for a minimum of 2 weeks, and shake it every day. And at the end of that time, it can go for longer, it doesn't hurt. Then it gets pressed and put into my apothecary bottles. And I did want to say one thing about the reason we're using here alcohol and water is that alcohol is known as the universal solvent, and water will extract a lot of ingredients, water-soluble ingredients, whereas the alcohol will extract alcohol-soluble ingredients. And if you do a chemical breakdown of poria, you'll find, and this is true of most herbs, that a portion of the ingredients, the chemical constituents in the herb, is water soluble, and the rest of it is alcohol soluble. So that is, this liquid part is called the menstruum, and what's going to be left when I press it out is the marc. The marc, M-A-R-C, it's spelled. That is the solid portion, the herbal portion that I'll no longer be using. Menstruums you can make tinctures out of alcohol and water. You can use glycerin, you can use vinegar, you can use combinations of the three of them. So this is the gist of making what's called a weight to volume tincture part 2. I'll see you again when we finish this up. Thank you very much.